Hey guys, so I think the following bears repeating, and I know it's been spoken about many times in many different eras, in many different venues, many different ways, for many different reasons. If a Jew is asked to disavow something, that something being the Torah, anything to do with his religion, anything to do with his land, anything to do with his faith, his practice, his history, anything. And if that Jew is told, if you simply do that, you will be spared. You will not be attacked. Folks, I can't guarantee, I'm not a prophet, I'm not a forecaster, I'm not a, seer, I'm not an insurance company or anything of the sort. But this one thing I can guarantee you, and when I say guarantee, I mean that there is 100% certainty. Not 99.9, not 99, not 99.9999999 item, 100% certainty. If I could go higher than 100, I would. 150, if you want to say it like this. That Jew who disavows whatever he's asked to disavow regarding his, faith, background, political affiliation, religious affiliation, as it pertains to the Jewish people and or the land of Israel, if he does that, if he or she does that, they will not be spared from harm. They will not be spared from harm. They will be lumped in with the rest of the Jews, and they will be done what we know is normally done. It will be done to them what is normally done. As we have seen throughout, at the very least, 2,000 years. I asked someone on Twitter, pray tell, prior to the existence of the State of Israel, what could a Jew have done to not draw the ire of someone who was trying to come and kill him? This gentleman was telling me, the synagogues can make it known, make it clear to people that they have nothing to do with the Israeli government or anything is Israel politically or anything in the activities of Israel or anything, which probably includes the IDF. Okay, and then what? And then Ahmed and Mustafa will not attack the Jew in front of a synagogue in Yom Kippur, an old Jew. And then they will not attack a rabbi who's building a sukkah, like the one standing behind me, in front of his house. Right? That won't happen, right? Again, I ask, what was going on before 1948? What state, what government, what Bibi, what Kahana, what AIPAC, what IDF, what Smotrich, what Ben-Gvir? What was there to draw the ire of the anti-Semite? What was there of Israel? Yeah, you could say, somebody was building something. Jews were building up the land, I guess. Yeah, no, they were. It's not I guess, but they were. But was there any supposed billions, which Israelis don't even see a dime of, Israeli citizens? It all goes back into the American military-industrial complex, as it should. It all goes back. That money goes back into America for American jobs, American workers. Prior to all of that, folks, what was the Jew doing? Was the Jew disloyal? No, he wasn't. Folks, do you know what? You know that when the Jew from any army in any war was captured by an opposing army, it was understood that that opposing army would kill that Jew because the Jew would never release any information, any pertinent information regarding the positions of the army that he was fighting for. My grandfather knew he was captured twice by the Nazis, by the Germans, in a makeshift POW camp. He was an officer in World War II. He escaped. He ran away because he said he knew that it's like, I'm going to get shot because I ain't giving nothing up. I'm a loyal soldier to the Soviet army, the Soviet Union that hates him, that hated him. Folks. Okay? So these are all blood libels, we know. But again, guys, we go to the Soviet Union, Yevseksia, a bunch of Jews, secular Jews, ran around, closing down synagogues and all the rest of it, telling Jews to comply with communism, and everything will be okay. Guess what happened to those Yevseksia guys, those capos? We know what happens. Liquidation. Guess what happened to the anti-Zionist Jews in Iraq? Liquidation. Guess what happened to the Jews who wanted to join, the National Socialist Party in Germany in the 30s? Liquidation. Folks, do you know why they lump us all together in the end? And I'll end with this. Do you know why? Because we are one organism, whether we like it or not. We are one organism. Every Jew is another Jew's guarantor. Not only guarantor, we are all connected biologically, theobiologically, metabiologically, metaphysical biologically, or not even biologically. I say biologically in the sense of I'm comparing us to cells that are all connected to make up one body. We are connected metaphysically. The world knows this. That's why when we try to disconnect from each other, or disconnect from something, thinking that they will like us, right? It doesn't work. In the end, when you slice it down, in the very, very end, basof, it doesn't work. It never worked and it doesn't work because we're all connected. You know the commercial in the 80s, 90s? We're all connected, New York telephone. We're all connected. Whether we like it or not. Sometimes I don't like to be connected to certain Jews. I don't. It ain't got nothing to do with religion, but it's a different story. Yeah, guys, and that whole thing, what I just said, this aspect goes back all the way to Moshe Rabbeinu, all the way to who he allowed to come with us, out of Egypt and the Erev Rav and all the rest of it. But we're connected to them, unfortunately. And but we're also connected to the ones that are not the Erev Rav, who are just like, what I call the comfortable Jews. Rabbi Kahana really called them that. He wrote a whole book about it called Uncomfortable Questions for Comfortable Jews. The ones that want to hide, the ones that don't want to be called chosen, which means responsible. Who feel uncomfortable. They feel uncomfortable about this. It's an uncomfortable question for them, right? We're connected to those Jews too, my friends, until the very end. Until Mashiach comes. So, for those of you who think, if I just disavow, I'm not with Bibi, I'm with her, I'm not with him, that kind of thing. It ain't gonna help you. You could be building one of these, or you could just be sitting and walking down the street, I don't know, on a park bench in Central Park, having your coffee. As we've seen in Manchester, as we've seen yesterday in Bergenfield, New Jersey, as we see everywhere, it ain't gonna help you. Because Kol Yehudim Aravim Zelazeh. Alright, guys. Hag Sameach with Yontif, and enjoy the Sukkah. It's gonna be great.